Hi, guys, and thanks for watching our live watch along of Finding Nemo. And yeah, we're excited to watch this. Obviously, it's in honor of Coco this weekend. If you've not seen that, I hear it's fantastic. I haven't seen it, so I want to know. But someone who has seen it is Abe. Abe is joining us. How are you doing?
I'm great.
Good. Awesome.
Everything's good. Everything's good. I'm actually not gonna be here that long, but I'm happy to join a little bit. So.
All right. That's fair. You know, we just had you on because you're the only one who's seen Coco. So was it a good movie?
It was great. I've seen it 3 times. I saw it a month ago.
Perfect. Well, we're jealous because none of us have seen it yet. Chris, how are you doing today?
I'm doing great. This is going to be a great movie, and welcome guys to these new graphics. So hopefully we'll have motion video for the rest of the watch alongs to coincide with whatever movie we're watching. Right now, us three are down below in the ocean, holding our breath.
We're swimming.
We're swimming
or drowning.
Swimming in the ocean.
Probably drowning.
Yep.
Ah.
And just let us know if there's any audio issues like last time. There isn't, hopefully. So this is going to be great.
Perfect. All right, and we might have a few more people join us as we start watching the movie, but they'll have to catch up, and that'll suck for them. We aren't waiting any longer for people to join, so we're just gonna get going. So we will start Finding Nemo in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and play.
Can I spoil the movie?
We just started. We haven't even got past the Disney logo yet. I mean, I guess you could if you really wanted to.
This opening sequence is pretty dark.
Pretty dark? Oh, did you skip right to the movie?
Oh, wait.
Because I'm watching.
Yeah, the credits.
I was going to say.
Yeah.
I'm watching logos, so I hope that everyone
I'm watching logos right now, yeah, but this beginning part of the movie is yeah. Right now I'm 55 seconds in, so.
Yeah, I'm right around there. Yeah, the opening of this movie is kind of sad.
Do you consider this one of Pixar's best?
I mean, I quite enjoy it. If some other person in my house was watching, then maybe the conversation would be different.
Because I mean, spoilers for Finding Nemo, 14-year-old movie. But is it because the fish, the voiced by William Dafoe, is an actual predator of the clown of the species of Nemo? I think it's clownfish, right? It's
yeah.
An actual predator, yeah. So maybe that's why he hates it.
Wait, who's played by Willem Dafoe? What?
Yeah, the fish that helps Nemo on
the fish in the
oh, the one in the tank. Yeah.
Or whatever his name is.
Yeah. John will be on eventually, then he can give us all the information about the fish.
Which one? Older one?
I think it's butterfly.
The one with the scars.
The angelfish?
He's an angelfish, guys.
Is he an angelfish or is he a... I'll have to look at him again.
He's going to have to look at him again, guys. Serious business.
I think it's an angelfish. Well, welcome to marine biology classes in Take 3.
I hope you're all prepared. Yeah, this opening is just sad.
Yeah.
Oh my god, this is pretty dark.
Yeah, welcome to
Yeah.
Pixar.
This is the first mom getting killed in a Pixar movie, I think. Maybe it's the only one?
What?
I can't...
It's not the. It can't be the only one.
I think so. This is like Bambi level sad.
I mean, this is like Up before Up happened. Levels of depressing in the
Yeah.
first 5 minutes of a movie.
The animation with the water is so good for, what is this, 2003?
Yeah, 2003. I remember watching this movie at the theater, and I was really sad at this part. Was 6. Then I got trauma the rest of my life.
Oh man. Fish tears. If a fish cries, does it really cry because he's underwater? Can you cry when you're underwater?
You can cry when you're underwater.
Have you done it before?
Nope.
Right.
Nobody has, but it's probably doable if somebody can do it.
Tear ducts.
John has informed me, fish fun fact number 1, that fish don't have tear ducts and therefore they cannot cry. So this movie is false.
They also wouldn't have
Built
two
on a
ducks
lot-
because it's not a duck.
It's built in a house of lies.
On a house of lies. You guys should all feel bad for
Faye should feel bad for not watching this movie.
the lie to the children.
So John Peck in the chat says he watched Finding Nemo every day at preschool. I don't disbelieve it. This was a very popular movie
Yeah, this was huge.
back in the day.
You couldn't walk anywhere without seeing Finding Nemo merchandise at Toys R Us.
I don't want to go to school. I might be ahead of you.
Forward.
To be honest, I never liked Nemo. I always prefer the story of Dory and Marlin
Yeah.
because I found the fish tank scene scary as a kid.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. The ritual they do to walk on Nemo, I think scary.
This stream's gonna be great. My video keeps buffering and buffering.
This is great. This is awesome, though.
Yeah, this is gonna be real good.
Because this movie just has so much great animation.
Yeah, the animation in this movie is fantastic.
I love it when they get to Australia and they get to that
Oh yeah.
dentist office with the tank. The tank fish are great with who plays the blowfish? That guy, Brad Garrett.
Yes, indeed. All right, we got a fun fact.
Ooh.
Not from John. From Jonathan Peck. Fun fact number 1. Inspiration for Finding Nemo sprang from multiple experiences going to director Andrew Stanton's childhood when he loved going to the dentist to see the fish tank, assuming that the fish were from the ocean and wanted to go. All right. Loved.
Hey, Robert.
Oh, hello.
Robert.
Hi.
We can't hear you, bro, man.
But we know you're here.
We love you.
Your presence is welcome. If my movie would stop buffering, I would be watching it. It's a good thing. I've seen this movie so many times.
It's all good. Tech-wise, nothing is gone wrong so far. This is fantastic.
Perfect.
Robert will be back. Yep. We're gonna get a lot of. We have Robert coming. We have Chris and Evan also joining. So this will be a packed panel one. Hopefully, Everybody gets it. It's gonna be great.
Yeah, once people stop being so lame and actually show up.
It's all good. This whole show is just been about relaxing, watching a movie, kicking back. It's all good.
Relaxing, stressing about buffering speeds.
Hey, Robert.
I'm H2O intolerant. How could he be H2O intolerant and still be alive?
Do we have you, Robert?
Maybe it's because I don't know.
Yeah.
As a kid, I never understand why they did that. Like, write the professor. What's the point if they're all fish?
Well, you know, reasons.
Can you guys hear me?
I can hear
Yes.
you now. Loud and clear, Robert. How you doing?
Oh my gosh. I
What
don't know why that
happened?
was so difficult. I have no clue at all. Ever. My computer is just stupid, I think. I think that's what we end up with, is my computer's just stupid.
It's all good.
Like the most overprotective parent that's ever been animated
Yeah.
is this fish.
Who voices him again? It's
Who, Marty?
Albert Brooks.
Albert
Albert
Brooks?
Brooks. Albert Brooks. Yeah.
Moda.
So, Robert, let me know when you open the movie, and I'll give you my time code.
All right, sounds good. Give me just 1 second, quick.
Freya, could you please stop whining? Don't you dare woo me. Oh my god.
This is great. I would love this to be a ride at Disney with the manta ray on its back.
All right, what time code are you at?
All right. I will give you a 10 count at 13 minutes.
Perfect.
So just wait like about 40 seconds or so.
Yep, sounds good.
Alright, I believe the barking has ceased. For now.
Say Jonathan
For
Pitch
now.
fun fact after I give him the 10 count. Because John just posted another fun fact. It's cool.
Oh man.
Rob, in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 13 minutes. Go for it, Chris.
Okay, fun fact, number dos. The first Pixar movie not to have a score by Randy Newman, which Chris Doman calls him Mr. Talentless. Instead, his cousin Thomas Newman was the film's composer.
He was. There's not a lot
It's
of
true.
musical numbers in this. I don't think there are any actually.
No, it's just the score.
Yeah.
I mean, like, it's rough calling someone talentless. Like, they have to have at least, like, a moderate amount of talent in order to even
To be a film composer?
be, a composer at all.
Well, the fact of the matter is, Randy Newman's songs kind of get a little bit samey, a little bit like.
Oh, they totally do. They do for sure.
You got a friend in me, or whatever. However,
You do that real well.
was that?
Yeah, that was really good.
Nemo swimming out to sea.
This is where she kind of poops herself, right?
No, she inks.
That's what I meant.
Oh, you made me ink.
It sucks she wasn't
Right?
in,
Oh
the
my
sequel.
god. I'm very... What's your time code?
I will give you a 10 count at 15 minutes, Abe.
Which is in about 30 seconds.
Yeah.
Like, you definitely missed her inking already.
No, I've seen the inking.
Touched the butt.
Abe, I'm going to give you
we're-
a 10 count. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 15 minutes. You good?
No, we're sync. Yeah, we're sync.
We're good.
We're-
You just said no, and I'm like, oh no.
You did it.
I like how this diver just focuses on this tiny little goldfish.
I mean, he's not a goldfish.
Is it a goldfish? What is it?
He's a clownfish.
Clownfish.
That's what I meant.
He's
Close.
definitely not a goldfish.
I always thought they were goldfish, but yeah.
I mean, he's orange, so...
Yeah. Do they still make those goldfish crackers? I haven't seen
Yeah.
an ad for them. in
Yes.
Yeah, they do.
Oh,
Half of them don't
Because-
smile back, though. It's really
they don't
disappointing.
smile
Yeah,
back?
there's only a handful that smile at you, which
That's
is
false
just...
that's false.
It's unfortunate, really.
It's false advertising.
It is
Totally.
full set. Yep.
Part of me wants to put a goldfish on screen right now.
I might have one upstairs.
This movie's like the worst nightmare of people who have that weird phobia of, like, open water.
Yeah.
Especially like people who don't like water just in general. Which would be weird because I think everybody needs to live off of water.
No, you have to drink water to live, so that's...
Yeah.
What? Fun fact, this is the first movie that I remember clearly seeing in theaters.
Huh.
Like
Jonathan?
I saw some stuff before this, but this is the first movie that I remember seeing in theaters.
Wow.
My first movie was Tarzan in 1999.
Tarzan was my first movie too when I was less than 1 year old, so I don't remember any of it.
My first, I remember my first movie that was, it was either George of the Jungle or Toy Story,
Great
the first
movie.
one.
Yeah.
Mine was Beauty and the Beast.
Oh,
Beauty and the
my parents went on their
Beast.
first date to that movie.
Beauty and the, yeah, I think I was, I might have gone to that as a baby. I don't know, but I know the first one I remember was Toy Story. And then the first one that I vividly remember is Bug's Life. There was a double feature of Bug's Life and Mighty Joe Young. That was
It's a
awesome.
weird double feature.
Yeah, it was a double feature because I had a King Kong fetish when I was a kid, still do. And my dad took me to that. It was great.
Really? You?
Yeah.
Also, I'm not sure fetish is the right word that
It's
you're
no
looking
fetish,
for.
not fetish.
Unless,
Obsession might be
Unless-
better.
unless that's your
We
thing,
don't
and then
talk about-
that's, I guess, that's fine.
No, okay. No.
We had a fun fact, number 3.
We do.
Co-writer Bob Peterson doubled as the voice for Mr. Ray. He's also the voice of Doug in Up, and Doug is my favorite
Nice.
because Doug is a good boy.
I
Doug
don't
is a
like
very good
Up
boy.
that much.
Doug is also a dog.
Yes.
I am
Yes,
not
he is.
surprised.
This was also nominated for 4 Oscars.
Mm-hmm.
Were they?
Yep. It
Yeah,
won Best Animated
one-
Feature, and then it was nominated for Best Original Screenplay, Best Original Score, and Best Sound Editing.
Wow. All for an animated movie, which is great.
Yeah, you definitely don't see like some of the more technical categories like sound and stuff like that. You don't see that a lot for animated movies. Score is a little bit more common.
I've always wondered
Hello.
I've always wondered how an animated movie is edited because do they actually animate the full take or do they just animate
No,
what's in the
I've
storyboard?
always asked that myself, and I actually look it up. I don't remember.
Because I know they cut scenes out that they animate, but I don't know if they actually cut together a scene like you would cut a film. Because why would you animate and waste money on animating a full take of something at one angle on a camera if you could just animate the actual storyboard through the system of Maya? So,
It's an interesting question. I think they might just animate the storyboards and then edit the storyboards together, but
it's just a
it's
piece.
a question for an animator.
It sounds like a slice and dice kind of thing. So
They did such a good job. How the
and Bruce is just an amazing.
yeah.
He's not in this movie enough.
That's true.
And he's not in
Trish.
Finding Dory, which made me upset. Like, we spent 10 years waiting for a sequel to this movie and we don't get to see Bruce.
Yeah, Finding Dory
you're
was a little bit
actually
disappointing.
Clark.
What?
The editor on an animated movie, like you work from storyboard until the end. You help that process.
So the storyboard artist is the editor. That makes sense.
No,
Well, no,
that's different.
you just work with storyboarding.
Oh, okay.
Uh-huh. Okay, guys, I need to leave.
Okay, see you, Abe.
See you, Abe.
Good luck.
Peace out, man.
You too. Have a nice
Take it easy.
Take it easy, Abe. Awesome. And then there were 3.
Yeah.
This short sequence is so well lit. Especially for 2003.
This whole movie has great visuals. Like, honestly, this might actually be my favorite Pixar movie. I don't think it's the best, but I think Finding Nemo is my favorite Pixar movie. Like, I do think something like Inside Out I think is better, but man, I love Finding Nemo.
Finding Nemo was fun. Fun.
I just love the chemistry between these sharks. We don't get enough of this.
This is a ongoing thing for Chris Clark where he fixates on a random random on camera. The sharks are like Jabba.
Yeah, now they're like Jabba. It's a quirk of mine. I like the people you hardly see fascinate me.
Mm-hmm.
So Chris, he literally just says that. And then there's a thing where he's not funny.
Mm-hmm.
Fun fact number 4: Bruce, the nickname given to the models using the shark in Jaws, named after Spielberg's. Yes. I was aware of that.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
I never knew.
What I find really interesting is that the co-director of this movie which is Lee. I don't know how to pronounce his last name. Unkrich, I think. Lee Unkrich. He actually started out as an editor for Pixar. So he was an editor for Toy Story, editor for Bugs Life, editor for Toy Story 2, and he also co-directed Toy Story 2, and then really started being co-director for something like he co-directed Monsters Inc., co-directed Finding Nemo, and then became his own director when he took over the project for Toy Story 3 and now for Coco.
Yes, correct.
So I just think it's really interesting that he started really as an editor and then became a co-director and now is his own director himself.
Fish are friends, not food. Who is it? Escape. There's so many like nods to cinema in this movie.
That's one thing that Pixar is really good at doing, is just doing like subtle winks that like just whether it's to the film industry, whether it's to their other movies, just like in general. I think it's really good at just throwing out random references that you may or may not get.
Uh-oh. That's not good.
This is where the movie ends because they both die. I think I'm lying.
It's the party. Yep, that's where everyone dies. Gross. Oh, good times.
That's the last you see of Bruce. Even though he's like the most prominent thing on the movie poster. Oh, that's funny.
Man. That's distressing.
Rip.
And this is where you're introduced to the Tank Gang. Who, again, in Finding Dory, had like nothing to do except an after-credit sequence, which killed me.
Yeah.
Waiting 10 years to see these characters again, you only give us Dory, basically.
My bubbles. Yes. Yes. This was an off-quoted movie for my younger cousins.
Bubbles!
I like the little cleaning shrimp guy. Because he's French.
Clean shrimp. Awesome.
Yeah,
Yeah.
sadly, the guy who played the shrimp was the guy who voiced Heinrich from A Bug's Life. And he voiced Weezing from Toy Story 2. He died in a car crash before the release of Cars.
Oh, that's sad.
I am a cleaning shrimp.
Yeah. And there's
No.
I did not know that, Clark. That's really sad.
Yeah.
I'm just watching the movie. You guys are talking about sad stuff.
We have Brad Garrett as a blowfish right now on screen, so that's all good.
Yeah. Yeah, there's a lot of fish in this tank that you probably wouldn't want to put together, I'm assuming.
I don't know if you guys have mentioned it yet.
Yeah, the pufferfish would be a bad choice.
Like,
They
I
usually eat
actually,
smaller fish.
I love that
I don't know why
Willem
they have
Dafoe.
pufferfish in there. Also, that stupid bird was small.
It's alright.
Can you stop talking unless you're gonna talk over here?
Fuck you.
Sorry, Robert.
It's alright. I was just gonna say that Willem Dafoe voices
Spike.
yeah.
Is his
And-
name Spike? I think
No,
It's
it's
either Spike or Stripe. It's something like that.
no, Stripe is from Gremlins.
yeah.
That's right. Hey, Gremlins.
Willem Dafoe voices the character's name is Gil. That's it.
Gil.
Oh, Gil. Hey, you know
Willem
what?
Dafoe voices Gil.
Spike,
like,
Gil, same thing.
It's it's close.
I don't know the name of that fish.
But I just love how, like, even just through his voice, like Willem Dafoe, I think should get more voice acting stuff. Just because, like, through his voice, he tells such a story with this character in particular of just like all of, and Pixar does a really good job of this in general, just like showing that a character has had a history of like a bad history of torment or pain or something like that. But it doesn't have to show you step by step what happened. It kind of leaves it open to the imagination. So that's one thing that I really like about Willem Dafoe as Gil.
Yes. Are you gonna come here and talk about fish or no?
Do you want me to?
Yes.
What do you want to... I can't hear, though.
Come here.
Why do we have to have headphones?
Because then you'll hear.
But you could just take the headphones out.
No, because of the other audio.
Hello, John.
Hello.
All right, fish fun facts.
Okay, what do they want to know?
Whatever, just give us some fish fun facts.
Oh, well, the scarred fish, whatever his name is
Gil.
Gil?
Mhm.
Gil. He's a Heniocus butterfly fish. A lot of people confuse him with angelfish, but he's a Heniocus butterfly.
How do you
There
know
you go.
that?
Huh?
How do you know that? You're like
Because
you're
I know way too much about saltwater.
Oh my gosh, that's amazing.
My job for 7 years.
Oh gosh, so you're like the fish man. That's awesome.
You're the fish man.
Yeah.
That's a very generic way to say it.
John
Fishman.
the fish man. Well, you spoiled yesterday that you were gonna ruin this movie for everyone.
It's true.
So far you haven't done a good job.
Well, I was tired and I was playing and I was half asleep trying to beat a heart. It didn't work so well.
All right, that's fair.
Oh, Dory. She's a disaster.
Yeah, pretty much.
What are you guys' thoughts on Dory as a character?
I mean,
Do you think
I don't mind her, but I don't think the character is like later enough to carry her own movie. I think Finding Dory was disappointing in a lot of ways, and I didn't really like it. But in this movie, I like her a lot as a supporting role.
yeah, her character is not. It doesn't have enough depth for her to really like have a standalone. Like they tried, it wasn't the worst, but
they tried, and it definitely wasn't the worst movie Pixar has ever put out, or even in the last 2 years has put out.
It also just was like, it was lacking. It didn't have a lot of the magic of.
Yeah, it didn't really feel, to me, Finding Dory didn't feel like a Pixar movie. It felt like a early 2000s DreamWorks movie or something like that. Like, it just didn't, there was just something missing that made it, like, Pixar is really good at putting their stamp on a movie as far as, like, the design, the visuals, the characters, the writing, and that's just not something that Finding Dory had.
Yeah.
All right, fun way to ruin this again. So blue tangs in the wild are actually mean as shit, and they scar up other fish. Dory's got a little bump on her yellow tail that's kind of like off yellow color. That's actually razor sharp and can slice a human open like a razor blade. And they're mean as shit to other fish when they fight off other fish for. So Dory's character and Dory's family, especially in this one, are completely impossible because they wouldn't be that friendly or nice in real life.
The more you know.
More you know.
So Dory could essentially gut any human in this movie.
Well, not gut because it's not a big enough, but she could cut him pretty bad.
Like if they tried to like grab onto her, like their hands would have some cuts in it.
Theoretically, I guess a blue tang could slice your jugular open, but it would be really difficult.
Like that's a real talented blue tang.
Sharp enough to get some blood. You can leave it at that.
Yeah.
I mean, you could use a blue tang as a weapon. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, not a very effective weapon.
I would like to see a video game where people walk around and like slap people with fishes.
Also, those types of fish, the lamplight fish.
The angler fish.
It's debatable whether that's an angler. But they don't have teeth like that. That's just Pixar being ridiculous. They have sharp teeth, but they're not like.
It's really stylized, but I think it works. It works for this.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, but it's inaccurate. It creates a false illusion for children.
I know. It's like Pocahontas.
Yep, it's like Pocahontas. Whole movie's just a bunch of lies.
And with amazing music.
So we've got Max in the chat who says, hey, he just saw Coco and he loved it. And he doesn't think Finding Nemo is Pixar's best. And then Jonathan Peck writes, do you think Finding Dory tried to tackle things like people dealing with disabilities? Yeah, I mean, they definitely did.
I think it tried for sure.
Yeah.
Whether it did it in the best way possible, I don't think so. Because if it was that, I think the movie would have been over when she found her family.
Right.
But, they had this whole 30 minutes after that about fish driving cars. And
the fish driving cars thing was a little too much for me.
Yeah, just going overboard on the scope. I think the first, I don't even know how long Finding Dory is. Everything except the last 25 minutes, I thought did a really good job of that, of like executing that goal. But I don't know, the ending took me out of the movie almost completely.
Oh, that's so funny. So Max puts that the car chase scene was cool after we legitimately just said that it was really stupid.
I hated that.
Hi, Max, and B, you are a trooper.
Yeah, it just, like, fish can't drive a car. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Like, I'll suspend my belief that fish know how to read English, but they definitely can't drive a car.
Yeah, an octopus, even one as cool as Hank, can't.
Even one as cool as Hank. Oh,
Ed Harris.
Finding Hank.
Shrimp.
That's gonna be the next movie.
That shrimp's kind of an asshole.
No, that shrimp is beautiful.
Or the sequel should be Hank starring in How I is it what's the oh yeah, Married with Children is what Ed Harris was in. So
that shrimp is inaccurate because they wouldn't have that good. They're semi-translucent. I don't know why Pixar didn't try and bring that to. Kind of lazy animation on that.
it's also 2003, but yeah, you're right.
Yeah. Well, they can't do everything, and
but at least they got the mustache correct.
Translucent colors don't really pop on screen, John.
I don't care. It's lazy animation.
You're a lazy animation.
That would be a terrible thing to put in a fish tank. It would just stress.
What? Mount Wanahakalugi?
Yeah, fake volcano. It would just stress them out.
Yeah.
How do you know that's not the goal?
My God.
Well, I mean, you got a big puffer fish in there, so maybe that is the.
Also, that pufferfish would have eaten Nemo by now.
Yeah.
Yay!
And that pufferfish probably would have eaten everything because
Except for the Heliocus butterfly, he's too big,
Yeah.
and maybe the copper one. Is it a copper one? Oh no, it's just a yellow.
And eating a pufferfish kills you, right? Isn't it like a delicacy in China?
No, that's Japan. There's this. It's called a fugu puffer.
Mhm.
They're super poisonous, so you have to prepare it a very specific way because if you cut it wrong, poison will leak into all the meat, and it can actually kill you.
Nice.
It's only one type of pufferfish, though.
Yeah, Max says the same thing in the chat. He also called Robert a genius. Pixar shouldn't do more sequels except for Incredibles 2. I agree. Incredibles 2 better be incredible.
I did my waiting 12 years of it in
And
Azkaban.
it better be the Mole Man sequel that they were teasing at the end with the
Dude,
The
Mole
Mole Man
Man.
sequel.
the Molinator,
The
whatever it
Revenge-
was.
The Underminer.
The Underminer.
The Underminer, yeah.
Molinators from Santa Claus 2.
Yeah, the Molinator. Yeah.
We're asked about our thoughts on Baby Dory.
Oh, she was cute. She was like,
I mean, she was cute, yeah, I guess.
she was adorable, but I mean,
Star Drew. Hey guys, sorry I'm late. Had to get popcorn and buffalo wings. Well, you can send some of those buffalo wings over my way. Thank you.
Yeah, give me those
Oh,
wings.
can I have some of those wings? Yeah, that'd be great.
Okay, Green Goblin.
Yep. Back to formula.
Are we at the baby turtle scene?
We haven't
No,
gotten there
Star
yet.
Drew, the time code is in the bottom corner of the video. We are not yet at Crush.
Nope. It's the time code is at the bottom of the screen, and so you can line yourself up. It should be simple.
Just imagine during Finding Nemo, Frozone pops up underwater to find a super soup. Where's my super soup? Why do you need to know? That's like,
They're good.
that's a great argument.
Do you think we're gonna see that character again in Incredibles 2?
What, Frozone?
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Yeah, he was one of the first announced returning cast members.
For
Samuel.
sure.
Oh god, that's gonna be great. He's gonna probably have a bigger role.
I hope so.
Hopefully.
It sucks for Toy Story 4 we're not gonna get Don Wrinkles back as Mr. Potato Head.
I'm just fine with there not being a Toy Story 4 too. Like,
Yeah, I
can't-
kind of don't need
I
Toy
kinda
Story 4.
I can't imagine a Toy Story without Don Wrinkles. So yeah, like it would
Mr.
probably
Potato
be
Head
good.
wasn't a huge part of Toy Story. I don't know if you
He was the
you know,
best part of Toy Story.
watched-
His ensemble.
you really focus on some weird characters in these,
'Cause, no,
Chris.
wait, in Toy Story 3, Mr. Potato Head had some of the best sequences, the best lines, the best action stuff. You know, Mr.
He
Tortilla
did have
Head
some
was-
great lines,
yeah.
but a lot of characters had some great lines in that movie. That movie is
It's
very
accurate.
well written.
Yeah, but yeah, I love Toy Story 3 and 2 because you just get to see him a lot and it's great. Toy Story 1's
Yeah.
awesome, but he's more of the villain in that.
Yeah, he's kind of an asshole in the first one.
Max is with us. There shouldn't be a Toy Story 4.
Yeah, I agree.
I honestly don't think there's going to be. Unless because I don't think it's even started production yet, has it? I know
Google, tell me.
It's been continuously delayed because they couldn't get the story right.
Max also says that the Underminer is going to be in the movie, and he said it's according to the most trustworthy source, Wikipedia. It's been on IMDb for probably a year or 6 months or something, like somewhere along.
I could see Underminer being the
In that
opening
time frame?
sequence. I could see him being
No,
the opening sequence.
He's going to be in the movie because it's been on IMDb that he's returning cast.
Okay.
Not that IMDb is more trustworthy than Wikipedia, but you know.
It's not necessarily anybody. Anybody can edit IMDb, but it goes through this huge, long process of approval. So.
Oh yeah, IMDb. As much as people give a crap, it is actually like fairly trustworthy.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's moderately
I've
trustworthy.
tried to. I've updated IMDb with my other stuff, and it takes like a week for them to approve everything because of their system, which is very accurate.
So Wikipedia, as far as Toy Story 4, Wikipedia says that initially it was supposed to be released in, it was pushed back to June of 2018. Since then, it has been further delayed until June 2019. In 2017, Lasseter announced that he had stepped down as director, but would stay on board as executive producer. And there have been a couple cast members confirmed. So I guess it's in like the early stages of pre-production, but it's supposed to come out in June of 2019, maybe.
Nice.
Okay, well that's just troubled production still. But
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it's also been announced that it's supposed to like focus on Woody and Bo Peep, which to me that has been like the least interesting part of any Toy Story movie.
And the fact that I didn't care that she was gone in Toy Story 3 kind of. I didn't. It's a story that's not that needs to be told. They capped it off because the whole trilogy follows you from elementary school to middle school to graduation. So yeah, they kind of bookended it right with the transition into college. I don't see how it's just gonna be like Max said. It might be the Crystal Skull of the trilogy. Yeah.
Oh man, the jellies. We were asked if any of us saw Coco. We talked about it at the beginning. Robert's seen it though. So Robert,
yeah, I haven't talked about it, so I'll just give my 2 cents real quick. I love Coco. Incredibly visually just stunning, as Pixar tends to do when they really try. So yeah, fantastic visuals. Loved the story. A little bit predictable. Like there were supposed to be a couple twists that I kind of saw coming. But yeah, no, I really enjoyed Coco. I definitely think it's their best since Inside Out, but it doesn't have a lot to compete with. There are a lot of people who are hailing it as Pixar's best of all time. I personally disagree with that, but I still definitely one of the best of the year. Definitely one of Pixar's many best. Loved Coco. Fantastic. If you haven't seen it, definitely check it out. It is well worth your time, except for the 20 minutes of Frozen 2 that comes before it.
Well, I haven't seen it yet, so I'm looking forward to watching it at some point.
I did not like the Frozen. Like if it's literally 20 minutes, 23 minutes of Frozen beforehand. Like that's their short film that comes first. And like if I did not like their Frozen short. Like if that's what we get out of a Frozen 2, I don't want a Frozen 2.
I heard it was like 20, almost 30 minutes.
It was 23 minutes, but that's of content. That doesn't include the credits. Like the credits of the short film.
Yeah, and Olaf is cool and all, but he's like a kind of character I really only want to see like
be a supporting role.
Supporting role.
Same thing like we were talking about Dory earlier. Like he's a very funny and interesting supporting character, but should not stand alone and try and like start to take the lead position in any kind of medium, whether it's short film or a feature length.
That's the problem with Cars too. With
yeah, this is one of those things like children will fixate on one character, and children fixated on Dory, and they fixated on Olaf, and they fixated on Tomater, and then they decided, oh, well, they're popular characters, so let's give them their own movie. No.
Yeah. I mean, Pixar definitely has had some out-of-the-park home runs. Like, Pixar has made some brilliantly perfect movies, but they've also had way more missteps than a lot of people realize. Like when you think about Pixar, you think, man, they're amazing, perfect, but then you think of, oh yeah, there's like 6 movies that they should never have made.
Yes.
But there was a streak, a long streak, like a 7-8 year streak where they would just gold.
Oh yeah, they're the beginning.
Yeah.
I mean,
it's
really
up until Cars.
Up until Cars, yeah. From like 1995 until 2006, like they were on fire.
7, because the Cars came after Ratatouille. Then
No, Cars was 2006.
Oh, okay. So that's gonna be awkward if Evan was on this conversation.
Cars movie was 2006. Red 2 I still think was good. But like Cars was the bump in the road. Like Ratatouille was still like Ratatouille was still just as good as something like Finding Nemo, or just as good as something like Toy Story 2 or something like that. But it came after what I think is their first snag.
Yeah.
All right, I think I have to head out here. I might be able to hop on for the very end, but I'm not 100% sure. But I think I'm going to head out for now. So,
All right.
It's all good,
thank
Rob.
you. Thank you guys for having me. Thank you guys, everybody watching along. Enjoy the rest of one of my favorite movies ever.
Keep rocking.
Yes,
Rob.
we'll miss you.
Peace out, guys.
Always welcome, man.
Take it easy.
Rob's great.
Rob's a good kid.
This movie goes by quick. There's only about 40 minutes left.
Yeah, the middle part of this movie kind of drags for me.
Mm-hmm.
And then the end kind of drags for me. Like, I mean, I like this movie. I think it's cute, but there are parts of this movie that really drag.
Nemo, you've turned off your targeting.
Is everything okay?
Is everything okay?
I'm all right. Now let's blow this thing and go home. We'll just quote Star Wars in all applicable situations.
Yeah, that's electrical powered, and if that had kept doing like that, and it keeps trying to do that, they could start a small fire, electrical fire, and they could have died.
I don't think fire exists in this universe. It's all water.
Logic doesn't exist in this universe.
Oh no!
I would be so claustrophobic.
You gonna get shredded.
Shredded headed. Do.
Finding Nemo is Star Wars. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Use the Force, Nemo.
Don't make
That was a scary situation.
He has to throw that rock if you're at that part. What part? He has to throw the rock? Does he throw the rock?
dude.
He doesn't throw it. Yay, the turtles are my favorite.
Yay!
Here's the turtle part.
Hi, turtle.
Who's the person that won the turtles?
Star Drew, I think, wanted the turtle. Ouch. Also, hi, Star Drew again. Did you leave and come back? Anyway, hi again. Mr. Turtle's my father. I love high turtles. They're my favorite kinds of turtles.
He's so high. Like, you could tell that they were smoking weed. They were smoking weed.
They smoke all the underwater weed.
Did they appear in Finding Dory? I forget. Was it a small?
I don't think they
cameo?
do.
Okay.
Which is too bad, because they're my favorite. You're on the EAC. Grub shredded.
Cowabunga comedy. It's a quote from Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Roy Jars. Yep. Always good. Always good. They're like Bill and Ted.
So how if Dory's passed out, how did she fly off like
Hey.
Nemo's dad?
Your
almost
logic is not welcome here.
This doesn't make any sense.
Because she's not passed out. She was just pretending.
Damn it, Dory.
That's why I said your logic isn't welcome.
Look, a bunch of baby turtles.
Yay, baby turtle.
Where's Freya?
In her kennel.
Oh my god, that sounded like her. That's totally Fred. It's like, oh my god, is she outside?
Let us see what Squirt does. Turtles.
So very high.
Jellies.
Ow.
She's very excited. She also really likes turtles.
Fierce.
Oh.
Woof.
Jump on him.
You know, they're in the water, so they actually can't jump. They just swam toward him.
Correct.
Again, that's lazy. That's lazy writing.
I think Pixar should hire
Ow.
John. Pixar should hire John to be their story editor
It should. I'll keep them accurate.
and art director.
Yes, and art director.
Yeah, John knows a lot about art.
Know a lot about fish.
He should have been their fish director. Director of fish.
Oh, if I was director of fish, I'd just take them. This would never be released because it's just so inaccurate.
I'm always perplexed, Max. I'm always perplexed.
It's accurate.
This movie needs a corgi. Like a corgi.
This movie needs a corgi.
Just swimming. Some sort of swimming corgi.
Bork, bork.
Corgis would not fare well in this movie.
This feels unrealistic that the story passed this far.
I agree.
And that this many fish and would really give a shit
And then
about
birds.
it. Come on. Also, how did they all get ahead? If they're on this special highway thing, how did they all get ahead?
Hey,
It doesn't make sense.
tell them. Oh, seagulls, eh?
Plot hole.
Mine?
See, I should have done this movie.
Realistically, I don't know how they got to the other side of the ocean so quickly.
Well, you know.
How do you find where you live if you live underneath the ocean? Like,
How do you find where you live? What?
If you're living in the ocean like these fish do, how do you find your way back? It's like all water and it all looks the same.
I don't know.
No.
Like, fish are smarter than us, I guess?
Portal bicolor. Baby Imperial Angel.
Like, they don't have lamp posts. They don't have Google Maps. It's kind of hard for them.
Oh, Chris is in the chat. Hello.
Oh, well, Chris is in the chat. Hey, Chris. Spitting fire facts. Yeah. Technically, fish don't really live in one particular place.
I mean, that's not necessarily true. There are, like, some locations where you can, like, only find certain types of fish.
Yeah.
It's just based on climate and what they eat, because plants and stuff can't always grow all over the place. Like, it just depends on...
It's just finding them a home. I don't know how they keep their home, like, where they, like, the ocean just looks the same, so.
Well, they can move around. It's not like us where there's real...
True.
Fish real estate. Who is the best Pixar director? I would say Brad Bird. Because I love The Incredibles.
Brad Bird, yeah.
Sharp.
The Unkrich did all the Toy Stories, right?
Yeah, I believe so. I want to, like, know, like, I was going to look up, like, what they all did outside of Pixar as well.
Because Unkrich did what's considered one of the best trilogies ever made, so I would go with him.
Yeah, I mean, that's true.
You can't hit. It's very rare to hit 3 movies that are the same out of the park like he did.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not as familiar with everyone else's filmography, but Brad Bird also directed, like,
Iron Giant.
Iron Giant, which is one of my favorite animated movies ever made.
Even though that's a shitty movie.
It's not.
It's a
not
very
good.
underrated movie.
It's a fantastic movie.
It's boring.
We're
gonna have to turn off the camera because we're about to get in a fight. Max from how dare you? Iron Giant does not suck. I'm gonna get in a fight with Max as well. How dare you? You guys are jerks.
Iron Giant's terrible.
No, it's not.
If you like Iron Giant, feel bad.
No, you should feel bad. You're a piece of poo.
I have to watch it again. I haven't seen it in a long time.
It's so boring.
It's not. How is it boring?
I've fallen asleep to that movie multiple times.
It's one of those movies like Hook that just gets hate for whatever reason.
Ugh, you guys are...
I tried so hard to like that movie. Nope.
I love that movie. We're gonna get in a fight
Hook
later.
Is probably one of Spielberg's best. I think it's better than Schindler's List.
Oh no, you did not!
Whoa!
Wow!
I like Hook, but I wouldn't say that.
You said that out loud. That was a hot take.
I
should have probably said that on stream, but yeah.
You really should. Schindler's List is arguably one of the best movies ever made.
Oh, it's fantastic. So is Hook.
Hook is fun. See, here's the difference. Schindler's List is a movie you watch like once, maybe twice in your lifetime, and you count it as one of your favorite movies ever made, but you will never rewatch it again. Hook you can rewatch.
Yeah,
it's not one of the best movies ever made.
For me for a movie. Like Schindler's List is great, but it's not one that it's like really emotionally draining.
Oh yeah, you that's just not a movie you rewatch, but it's still, it's a fantastic film.
Just from the joy of Hook, I just like it better. But yeah, Schindler's List is fine. Yeah, it's a weird comparison.
Fine, he says.
It's a
fine
weird comparison. 2 completely different movies, by the way.
Oh, it's hard to compare Schindler's List to Hook. Which one is the better film? Schindler's List. Which one will I watch on the weekend? Hook.
Yeah.
Did they have Scotch in Germany? Hook is Mountain Dew.
Hook is it. I mean, that's a fair analogy.
Does that mean Hook is great, Chris?
No, it means it's like Schindler's List is art and Hook is like
Oh,
entertainment.
you're right. You're right. You're right.
It's just a
that's
difference
a good
in
comparison. I didn't see
yeah.
the Schindler's List one. He said it's like 60-year-old scotch.
Yes. Just keep swimming. Yeah, Chris, you got some. You're gonna make some enemies. Me.
Oof,
Yeah.
this movie's boring.
Sorry.
I used to like it, and I started to hate
It
it.
is kind of boring.
No, it's still fun. There's parts of it
There's
that are
such chunks of the
fairly.
not how you do a movie.
So, Chris in the chat, but it has the not. We all know Clark. Chris Clark always decides on King's.
What did you say, Kristen? You cut out.
No, I did not. Get out of here. I said that you decide your based on the amount of Java.
Oh yeah, Clone Wars is the I love Clone Wars a lot because of Jabba and how much Jabba is in it. That watch along is one of the best ever. It's fun.
No, it's not.
Everybody got creative. Everybody was it was good. Nope. Fuck you. Yeah.
His son Bingo.
It's a trap.
Admiral Akbar would have been a great addition to Finding Nemo.
Yeah.
I speak whale.
This is a great scene, though.
See, here's the thing. Like, while I don't think that strong enough to have her movie, without her in this movie, it would have been incredible. Little. Oh, look. Grill.
Oh, look, bro. And the movie, and
Oh, good. To lean a little bit closer.
yes.
Are we at shark bait? I mean, like that's near the beginning of the movie.
Whew. This whale is really cool looking.
I mean, yeah, I guess. Like, how realistic is it that this whale, like,
They'd be
has
dead by
kept
now.
them in his mouth like this?
They would have been dead by now. Or this
Now we're at depressing I give up scenes.
Yep. Which I feel like they do a little bit too much in this movie.
Yeah, it's a little too much.
Because they do it once with Nemo and they do it once again with Dory, and it kind of gets repetitive.
Yeah.
I'm noticing that now. Yeah.
Yeah, this movie has a lot of, like, I don't know, like, it doesn't have enough, like, I just want to say, like, evenness. Everything is, like, super energetic or, like, really, like, ugh.
Yeah, I know what you're saying.
And, like, their answer to anything sad is just to throw in, like, Dory's doing something stupid, which is funny. Like, it's really the only reason this movie is entertaining, which is weird, because I remember when this movie came out that I thought it was, like, much better. I haven't seen it in, I don't know, I haven't seen it in probably 3 or 4 years,
I'm
at
in that
least.
boat in its entirety. I haven't seen this movie since, like, probably about 4 years, you're right. And honestly, while I'm watching it, kind of doesn't hold up to the rest of the catalog as much as I thought it did.
Yeah.
It's a good movie, and for when it was released, it didn't have a lot of competition. But
Well, yeah, that's probably true as well. But I mean, it's a really pretty movie, and the animation, like, really holds up.
Max, Hook is 100 times better than Nemo.
Yeah, Hook is so much better than Finding Nemo. We should have done a Hook watch along. What is our problem?
Well, what's the chances of Hook being a watch along at some point?
Oh, I'll do a Hook watch along.
Awesome. We should do that for is there a Dennis Hopper, not Hopper. Dennis, what is his name? Or no. Robin Williams movie? No, Robin Williams can't make a movie.
I was gonna say I don't think there's any Robin Williams movies coming out.
I forgot about that. Nope, but there'll be.
We'll figure something out.
Hook will be great.
Or, you know, like, I'll just watch whatever I want whenever I want it.
You could. No, there is a Robin Williams thing coming out. It's a documentary on him.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But Robin Williams is a great guy. I miss him so much. Oh, how about the next Spielberg film? That's a good one. Yeah. That makes
When does
sense.
That's end of December, right?
Yeah, the Post.
The Post.
Yeah. So we could do it if you would want to. Or would you Schindler's List?
Oh my God, Schindler's List watch along.
No.
That would be terrible.
Yeah, that's not a movie to really do that for.
That would be pretty bad.
No. We already did Shawshank.
Oh, Max says we should do a double feature, Schindler's List and Hook. No. No. There are so many other Spielberg movies we could watch.
That would probably mesh better with Hook.
It would mesh better with anything.
Did he direct the Goonies?
No, I don't believe so.
Oh. I think he produced the Goonies.
Richard Donner. Spielberg was a writer on it.
Oh, okay. He did have involvement in it, though.
Yeah, not director, though.
Damn, he was involved in everything.
My question is, why does the scanner speak inside of the water?
That's a good question.
What's a good question?
No, why the scanner is speaking inside of the water.
Oh, yeah, I mean, it makes very little sense.
Isn't there like a Buzz Lightyear cameo somewhere here?
I
I think there is.
don't remember. I mean, if we're going to do a Spielberg watch-along that includes more than one movie, I feel like we should just watch Indiana Jones. Call it a day.
That's true. Do the trilogy, and that fourth movie doesn't exist.
The fourth movie does not exist. You are correct. Are you trying to say there's a fourth movie? I am unaware.
What's better, Indiana Jones and the Crystal Skull or Star Wars Clone Wars?
Or what?
Crystal Skull or Clone Wars?
Clone Wars is better. That's sad. You made me say that out loud. E.T. John in the chat suggests, Max, I hope you're joking, but he says Kingdom of the Crystal Skull was 1941 his best movies. Why?
1941 is actually a guilty pleasure of mine. I love that John Belushi film.
Yeah, but it's not his best.
It's not its best, no. But the Jaws opening was really funny.
Mine. Oh my gosh, why are you guys doing this? So, Crystal Skull or Independence Day 2? Right? ID4 2?
I don't think he directed ID4 2.
No, they're just asking about bad sequels. I mean, Independence Day 4. Is that what? I don't know what that is. ID4 2? I'm assuming that's Independence Day. In any case, I mean, at least Crystal Skull was watchable.
Yeah, ID4 2 kind of just... Crystal Skull peed on the trilogy. ID4 pooped on the previous movie, and pooping is worse than peeing, so, yeah.
There should be a watch-along for The Room Disaster Artist. I don't disagree with you. That would be the both unintelligent and intelligent.
That would be the predictable thing to do. Is there any other Tommy Wiseau movie? No.
No, there are. But that's the only one that's worthwhile.
The Room is kind of a given, I would assume. Yeah.
Oh God, Darla.
Pixar really didn't know how to animate humans really that well at this point.
Yeah, they got there eventually.
Yeah.
They're also incredibly inaccurate when it comes to Dennis. This whole movie's just a travesty.
John has all this like weird knowledge. Tell us about dentists.
Oh, they're not assholes. Most of them are pretty damn friendly. This guy's like a monster.
Well, have you
He
seen
doesn't
Little
even
Shop of
care about
Horrors?
life.
Yeah. He's a masochist?
Uh,
He just
I don't think he's really an asshole. I think it from the fish's perspective,
Well,
he's a monster.
He's terrible too. He stunned and rips a guy's tooth out earlier in the movie.
And he laughs
Terrible
about-
dentistry.
Yeah. He could get sued for that. Right?
You can.
Well, I mean, I think he was trying to rip the. Ugh, that kid.
Somebody hit that kid.
I do not like that child.
The kid needs to be hit. Yay.
Yeah.
Fail.
I do think that the waiting room is funny.
Fifth in my hair. That would kill him because that's not salt water.
Yeah.
Yep. So Nemo's dead. End of the movie. Roll credits.
Yep. Credits.
We
We're
found
done.
Nemo's corpse.
Well, could put a lot of force on that thing to break it like that. Those things are actually pretty solid usually. Pathetic. Yeah, if the water didn't kill him going down the drain, the sewage definitely would kill him. This is so inaccurate. It's pathetic. Oh well.
Now we're back to depressed. Do you think the people who made this movie were like dealing with some shit or something?
Possibly. I haven't watched a lot of documentaries on this movie. Wish I did.
Are there any documentaries about this movie?
I have no clue.
I'm
Are
just
there
gonna
any
assume.
documentaries, chat? on
Yeah,
this
chat. Let
movie?
us know. Yeah, this movie like has way too many lows.
Just keep swimming. Just keep swimming. Mhm. And then they all died.
And then they all died. Let's make like can we how could we have made this movie more depressing? And then they all died.
That would have just made this terrible.
They're sitting in sewage water. They'd be
Yeah.
dead. They're not designed for that. These fish can't handle that stuff. Saltwater fish are pathetically delicate. Those crabs are assholes.
Hey, hey, hey,
Hey.
hey. Come at me, bro.
And now Nemo should be dead. There's Dory being an idiot again.
Uh,
Lighting is still so good in this movie.
yeah, like, this movie is really good looking. And it was made, like, 14 years ago or whatever. It still looks really nice.
Yes, yes, I'm Nemo.
If you guys have seen me looking down, it's because I am watching it on my phone. I can't really watch it on my desktop, so the sound doesn't leak through anything. Because, you know, copyright infringement.
We're professionals. Also, like, this is gonna be like the weirdest stream because it's literally just like Chris Clark and me.
It's great.
And John pretending to watch.
Oh, I'm watching. It's so terrible though that I can't watch the whole thing.
I would imagine a lot of people like John who have experience with fish kind of hate this movie.
Yeah, I mean the first time I watched it, I really liked it, and then the second time I started to like it less, and by the third time I'm like, damn, this movie is just so freaking inaccurate.
Yeah, I mean, I think that it's just
Also, the price of blue tangs went up
skyrocketed.
30%, no joke, after this movie came out.
What about clownfish?
Oh, clownfish went up, but they were cheap to begin with, so it's not like they got that expensive. But when you take a $50 fish and raise it, it's madness.
Well, and then you had all these little kids who wanted
God.
saltwater fish tanks because of this movie too. But
When
then
their fish die and the parents get pissed at me. It's like no,
the parents don't understand how much upkeep
You
saltwater
idiots
fish
don't know
tanks
how to
have.
take care of fish. You shouldn't be taking care of fish. Like, there are many instances where I sold fish to people. I'm like, that fish is going to be dead in a week. But, yay, America.
Fun fact number 5, Crush's son Squirt is voiced by Nicholas Bird, the young son of Brad Bird. Director Andrew Stanton was inspired to cast Nicholas when Brad was showing home movies around the Pixar office. Thank you, Jonathan Peck, for more fun facts.
It's amazing how they find Nemo through all of that.
Spoiler alert.
This whole confrontation here is very anticlimactic.
Yeah. Well, I think one of the issues, and I don't know that it's quite an issue, because I don't think every movie has to have a villain, but, like, there isn't really a nemesis in this movie. And so it doesn't create an atmosphere to have kind of a climax
You don't
of the
really need
movie.
it. The whole villain is the actual separation between the parent and the child. That's the villain.
Yeah, it's just,
This
it's
whole
not like a
sequence is
movie
not
that...
necessary whatsoever. It's just to pad out the time.
Right, yeah, it's just not the movie that needs a climax like this, like, is...
They already had the rescue. That's all they needed.
Yeah.
Just get back home. You don't need this whole section.
Pretty much. I mean, like, it's cool. It shows that, like, Marlon trusts his son, and that's neat. And then you have this fake out, which you don't need. Like,
Yeah.
do we need more, like, depressing junk in this movie? No.
But that's very
Not
well
really.
animated. Yeah.
I'm highly convinced at this point that the only reason that the kids I babysat loved the movie so much was
That's adorable.
yeah, and then the movie ends very well.
Yeah.
Like the movie opens very well. The movie it's just some of the stuff in the middle. Totally. There's Bruce.
Yep.
Chris, you get your wish.
Yep. I forgot he appears again.
Oh yeah, your favorite character.
Who doesn't appear ever again. So, it is what it is.
Not food. Those sharks would definitely be dead
College my ass.
if they didn't.
Fish don't have school.
If they weren't eating fish, then they definitely. Goodbye, Elmo.
Wow.
All right. Well, that's the end of the movie.
Wow. That's it.
That's the whole movie. I definitely remember liking this movie a lot when I watched it back in the day.
Mm-hmm.
And it's been a long time since I have rewatched it, and I gotta say that the story is just not holding up for me as much as I remember it.
Yeah.
The animation is gorgeous, though. Like, for 14, 13-year-old animation, like, it really is still great. But what did you think, Chris?
It's a movie that, to me, after watching it again, isn't as great as I remembered it, but it was still a great, beautiful animated movie. Bar none, not far from Pixar's worst. It's just, I don't know if it's as special as it used to be, but it was fun. It was a great movie, and it's a great preparation for Coco, which came out this weekend. So this was a great watch along, Kristen. Thanks for having me.
Yes, for sure. What did you think, John?
Oh, God.
It's full of inaccuracies. And I think it's more important to point out, which I'm surprised I'm just now finding out about this. HBO is going to have a Watchmen TV series, so I am now super excited about that. There's much more finding.
All right, and on that note, I guess that's where we'll leave this off. It's a good-looking movie, but the storyline just doesn't quite hold up as much as I thought it did. But yeah, so that's it for us, and we want to thank you all for watching. You'll see us next week on another watch along, as long as I'm not super busy. I might have to jump in and out, but I'll try and at least be here to start it out. But yeah, so we'll see you guys next week. We'll see you on all of our other content on the Take 3 channel. Where can people find you, Chris?
You can find me on Twitter and Instagram at ChrisClark8788. Those numbers mean nothing, and I just hiccup in my throat. You can find me every other Wednesday doing Suddenly Soundtracks, our show on Take 3 that dissects movie musicals. Or you can find me starting since this upcoming Friday is a live show. Family Game Night will now be after the watch-alongs every week. Whenever the watch-alongs end, we'll be doing Family Game Night, having fun, having a complete disaster of a time. And yeah, and you can find me on YouTube at No Man's Land Entertainment. Bada bing, bada boom.
And you can find him being grumpy on my couch. You can find me at Smith_K10 on Twitter, Instagram, and Stardust, and also on the watch-alongs hosting them, and also on my own personal channel where you can see my reactions and reviews, and it's The Film Smith. And other than that, thanks all for watching, and we hope you all take care.